with Brian Richards. Oh,
Nice to meet you, Shelley.
The founder and the creator, because that's even more cooler, of Sauna Space. And I know that so many clients have been emailing me, asking me since Dr. Joe Mercola talked about his products in his book, all about what is the difference between his and infrared saunas and detox and why he got into this and how did he come up with this great idea.
Yeah, that's me.
Exactly, right? So I was like, while I'm with Brian, let's pick his brains and let's ask him, how did you come up with this great idea?
Yeah, this was the solution to my own health problems. In summary, it was kind of adrenal fatigue and burnout. I had some weird acne. Among other things, I got recommended to take Accutane, and that was kind of a shock to my system. I was like, this is the completely wrong path. There must be a different way. And yeah, just like everybody else, I got online, started researching, kept coming back to sauna and detox. Sauna and detox. It seems to kind of hit all the things instead of just dealing with one symptom or one issue. And at the end of that research, or midway in the research, I discovered Dr. John Harvey Kellogg's electric incandescent bath is what he called it.
And when did he come up with that discovery? That's the really cool part.
So
like,
that's the really cool part,
around?
right? So the incandescent light bulb, what we use in our sauna, that was invented in 1887, the current kind of version of it. Dr. Kellogg came in 3 years later and said, hey, let's use these in a sauna. So in 1891, the electric incandescent bath was born, and it was wildly successful. He had it as sanitariums in the early 20th century, and he wrote a book on it called Phototherapeutics in 1910. So a real, prescient understanding of light therapy 100 years ago, and sauna, of course, and the idea that let's do both of them together, that there's a synergy, that's better than the two separately.
And so is yours actually like light bulbs? Is that what we're putting into the sauna? Like, what is it? You make it?
Yeah, it's a specialized light bulb that I've designed. Actually, it's called the thermal light bulb now, and took about 3.5 years to design it. And it just it delivers more near infrared and red light, so it's more light therapy, in the same 250 watt bulb, and it's hotter. So and even standard incandescent heat lamps heat the body radiantly. So the sauna's hot in terms of how it heats your body up, not the temperature inside.
So that's a key point, right? We're not worried about the actual air temperature, the outside air temperature. It's how hot your body's getting.
Yeah, the whole point of any sauna, getting the hot tub, any kind of heat therapy, hyperthermia, is to heat the body up. And so how are we going to do that? And in our sauna, since it's radiant heat, you sit there, the air is just above body temperature. It's and it's actual penetrating photons of light, the wavelengths of light penetrating your tissues very deeply that heats you just like the sun heats you. This is how the sun heats you. The sun is also an incandescent light source. Set aside the ultraviolet and the UV, which are problematic from sunlight, which don't exist in our sauna. That wonderful healing aspect of sunlight and that warming, I feel good from the inside, is the near infrared. It's the penetrating radiant heat. So because we heat the body radiantly, we don't need the air to be hot. And in fact, that makes it more joyful, more comfortable.
And so Dr. Joe Mercola's endorsing it, Terry Walls is endorsing it. So do we have to worry about EMFs? Like, that's the biggest thing that clients are now asking me about is, are we worried about EMFs with this technology?
We're concerned with EMF. Man-made electromagnetic exposure is an environmental stressor. It stresses our nervous system out. It's exactly the opposite of what you would want in a sauna in a healing environment. So we do need to address electromagnetic issues that come from all electrical products, including ours, through what's called electromagnetic shielding. So we use design practices to reduce the magnetic field emission. So there's no emission beyond the bulb, so the user is definitely way far away from that. And then we use grounding and shielding principles to prevent any voltage from the bulb from reaching the user. So we've completely addressed it through our unique design, from our guards to our Cadillac sauna. It's called the Faraday sauna. The entire thing has a stainless steel grounded layer basically to it that puts you inside this cocoon of no man-made EMF.
And can I just ask one more quick question? Do you have to buy like the whole tent sort of thing that you've designed? Can you just buy the panel of the lights?
So for the full body, you do need the 4-light assembly that's in the sauna, and you do need something that keeps the air above 100 degrees. If you just sit in front of these lights in the room, it won't make your body sweat because the air will cool you down. So there is some minimal air temperature that we need so the air just doesn't cool us down. But for those who are skeptical of the sauna, of the commitment, of the concept, we have in this bag here, I have a photon light. So this is a spot therapy product, and it features one of our thermal light bulbs in it, and you can use it for localized relief of really any symptom, any bothersome thing that you have. And you can also use it for environmental therapy and appreciate what natural light feels like. You know, the ancient ancestral humans only had one type of light after dark, and that was the light of the bonfire, which is what this is. This is basically a portable bonfire that's electrically powered.
Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome.